Hey, what's going on guys, Surefire here. I'm going to be talking for only a minute. These are the best things in Fallout 4. Now of course, Fallout 76 is right around the corner, so why would we not talk about this? And yes, I'd like to give a good shout out to my friend Kate. If it wasn't for him, this video would not be possible. Once again, I'll leave his Instagram in the description below, and let's get into the video. Woo! And at number 5, we got the perks. Now, these added perks are visually creative in all their physical way. How they do make sense how to survive in the actual wasteland if this was real life. Now, keep in mind, any perks you want to have access to, you cannot unless you actually invest into the certain skill tree that's above it. This actually is probably amazing. It takes pretty much a lot of game time for you to actually progress into the game, making it another excuse to explore the open world, which I actually did like how Bethesda did that in a natural and clear fashion. Now, of course, anybody who has played this game or listened to the YouTubers known as Fudge Muppet, these kind of perks at all of them aren't really perfect. There are certain perks that can actually make you overpowered, there are certain perks that don't even help you at all. But at least you can call them creative. Though they are pretty animation when you actually unlock them, as you see right here on the screen. They look pretty beautiful actually to think about it, how it actually looks like a clear and actually developed cartoon. So if I were you guys, take the time and effort you can to make the proper skills tree if you can to make the game more exciting. Would it actually becoming stealth, you actually using explosives or melee? This game has it all. So yes, you guys deserve to actually upgrade your character up to this height. And at number 4, we actually have the guns. Now, of course, these guns models look amazing. They actually look like guns you would actually use in real life. Now, the real feel to them actually feels pretty amazing. How the natural sound to it actually makes sense. Like Fortnite, has anybody played Battle Royale, you can tell the weapon that they're using by the sound. Such as like this game. Anytime you get into a gunfight, you can actually hear what kind of gun they're shooting, so you won't be too surprised if you can actually get the upper hand. So that was pretty amazing for Bethesda to actually put the natural sounds to in every gun, how they won't sound the same when you actually get into the gunfight. So yeah, if I were you guys, take the time and effort you can to look for these type of weapons and upgrade them as fast as you can to the upgraded station, because you won't regret a thing. Now, of course, there are certain guns in this game that do have their certain problems where the magazine is too short, they are not accurate, or they just be bad guns in general. But at least like the perks, you can call them creative. So I did respect Bethesda to actually try at least with most with the guns. So I hope you guys actually enjoy any of the guns you have access to throughout the whole Fallout 4. And at number 3, we actually have the main opening of Fallout 4. Now, this type of opening isn't actually CGI rather than actually live action. That actually is pretty amazing how the realistic feel to it feels like a movie and such, with the futuristic technology, how they actually inquired what the actual tech they needed to build the world, and what actually led it to nuclear destruction. Actually was pretty amazing by Bethesda to make it all real sense. And the other best part about this whole scene is actually the added dialogue that actually has been said about your main character. Between the added motion with romance, regret, including vengeance, matches pretty well with the whole atmosphere of this world. To me, it actually feels like a masterpiece at some point. So yeah guys, take the time and effort you can to watch the opening of Fallout 4, because I really do hope you can enjoy it as much as I did. But hey, don't rely on that cutscene to feel more realistic, how the character models look fantastic. Though some of their faces don't have too much emotion in certain scenes, they do look pretty amazing when you actually get into a gunfight, or including what you do in the main game. So I really did like how Bethesda took the time and effort on the character models, so you won't be bored with that either. Now, of course, for some of you who are not impressed by graphics, some of you might actually be impressed by the main dialogue that has been said around the actors, where it's actually comedy, action, threatening, or pretty much all the above we can actually think with main dialogue to make your characterization.
Friendly attempted fratricide in their life.
I need you to step away, Scabbard.
Why the glum face? I thought random murder was routine around here.
You shut your mouth.
You have X-rays, beta rays, gamma rays, but which one are we most worried about? The one most associated with the big old bombs 200 years ago.
Who gives a crap, Race?
So yeah, while you're blowing the heads off bandits, you at least can actually bring a smile to your face without actually causing any mayhem, rather with your words. So you won't be bored with the out of dialogue either. And here at number 2, we actually have custom building and Fallout 4. This is actually pretty amazing how anytime I got bored with Fallout, all I did is actually build a couple of bases, and let me tell you, the excitement came back fast. This can actually be amazing how, as usual, if you're not very creative, you can actually just look up on anything on YouTube for what you want to build. When it's between a prison, when it comes to a bank, anything you actually put your mind to it, you can actually make it. Which I actually did love how Bethesda actually did it. Not only this, it actually feels more realistic, how you actually have to use all the material in the world to build what you want, so it is pretty amazing by that too. And finally, once you actually get the building done, all you can do now is decorate it. When it actually comes to kitty cat photos, you putting down a bed that actually rests down, you actually making a custom bar for your villagers, it all is pretty fun all in general. And look what you can actually build between a mansion, anything you put your mind to it, like I said, it can come true in this game. So I highly recommend you guys actually take the time and effort to build your base, because when I say it, you won't regret a thing when you find out what you do in this game. And then finally, at number 1, we have custom mods on the console support. This actually is pretty amazing. Throughout the years, we have seen PC players have constant fun with games we find boring now because they have access to mods. But thankfully, Bethesda answered our prayers by adding mod support on the console. This is pretty amazing how they took the time and effort to bring joy to anybody who wanted to play Fallout. Now keep in mind, there are certain mods that aren't currently accessed to console yet. You must wait a few short weeks if you want to have access to the console port, which isn't too bad. At least I can actually get the mod at that point at least. So there really is no disappointment to any of them, if you actually think about it. Now by the YouTuber known as Baders, who actually made this footage right over here, he actually is pretty amazing what he does on YouTube, how he takes the time and effort and research on the mods he put on his list. Though he never shuts up about his jokes, at least I can actually enjoy when he gets to the mods, how he talks about them in a certain way. I'll leave his channel in the description below because this guy makes the mods seem fun. I just wish the guy he can cool down with the jokes, because let me tell you, I'm pretty sure he's just stalling. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. Now keep in mind, anything I went over about this whole list, mod support is pretty much all the above, with the custom weapons, building, pretty much all the above what I went over throughout the whole list. So if I were you guys, take the time and effort you can to look as much of mods as you can, because it would add in so much fun and enjoyment to your whole world throughout the whole game of Fallout. Now of course, throughout all the amazing things in Fallout 4, just imagine how many amazing things will be on Fallout 76. So that's why I'm so hyped to actually get my hands on that game, because keep in mind, it actually would have multiplayer, so I cannot wait to play with my good and noble fans like you guys that actually have a blast with yous. So if I were you guys, take the time and effort you can to play at Fallout 4, because it's currently for only $20 with DLC included. So please guys, take the time and effort you can to enjoy Fallout. It actually is a fun and memorable game that deserves to be played once again by everybody else. I'm Surefire Bloom, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.